September 18, 2002. Dawn broke over the barracks like any other day, until Private Ham Guang-Yul's body was found in the old latrine behind the mess hall. A single gunshot wound to the head. His K2 rifle beside him. Case closed, or so the military police wanted everyone to believe. Detective Sarah Chen couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. 22 years old, barely 3 weeks into his service. And Ham had supposedly fixed his own malfunctioning rifle, pocketed a stray bullet, and walked past the modern restroom to an old latrine to end his life. "Why the old toilet when there's a new one right next to it?" she muttered. Studying the crime scene photos the family had fought to obtain, the blood spatter told a different story. Droplets outside the door, despite claims Ham had shot himself with the door closed. No shell casing found anywhere. The helmet, supposedly shattered by the bullet, sat pristine beside the body, placed with military precision. "Where's the bullet?" Chen asked the military investigator. "Destroyed on impact with the helmet," came the rehearsed reply. "A helmet without a scratch?" Witness statements changed overnight. Photos promised to the family disappeared into classified files. The investigation lasted exactly as long as it took to type "suicide" on the report. Ham's mother never stopped asking questions. Neither did Detective Chen. 23 years later, the case file gathers dust. Ham Guang-Yul's death remains officially a suicide, despite the impossibilities that stack like dominoes in a conspiracy theorists' fever dream. But in South Korea, families still fight for answers. Military transparency advocates still demand justice. And somewhere in those classified files, the truth waits for someone brave enough to dig it up. The restroom where Ham died has been demolished. The new facilities are modern, clean, monitored. Yet some soldiers still claim they hear whispers in the wind, asking the question that refuses to die. What really happened in that old latrine? Current status 2025. The case remains officially closed as a suicide. But public interest has been renewed through social media campaigns and true crime documentaries. Military reform advocates continue to use Ham's case as an example of the need for independent oversight of military investigations. The family's fight for transparency has inspired legislation proposals for civilian review boards in military death cases. Several journalists and investigators have attempted to reopen the case through Freedom of Information requests, but most evidence remains classified under national security.